What's up? Okay, so we now have the gearbox reinstalled. Focus there, please. Alright, the gearbox reinstalled, put the grease nipples on here and here. This grease nipple here, which was broken before, I just don't seem to have a match for it. So, we'll just have to go back into town. None of the other ones seem to fit. They're just too big for whatever reason, or maybe I'm just screwing them in wrong. I'll have to give that another go. But, now, the next thing is this lovely lad right here has a crack in him, so I'm going to put a little tack weld onto him with my new welder. And then we're going to get ready to put this pipe on, like so. Let's see the other side. He's the closest fit I have, and he will work. So we'll have to drill a hole in him, hole straight through. Probably like that, yeah, and he'll have to be cut properly because he's not at a straight angle on either end. So we'll have to cut him, put him on like that, drill a hole all the way through both him and him, get a bolt and a nut to go through that so it works properly. I was originally going to weld them on, but I realized that would make it incredibly difficult the next time I have to get it off, because this plate would never fit. So we'll put him back on the way he was intended. I might even try, if I can find it out here. Might try to see if I can get some more pipe that is the same as this, welded onto this so that it's longer, and then be less play. So now we've got the new piece welded on. I have my pipe here, which slides down like so. It's a little bit stiff but not, so I'll have to grind that down a little bit more. Or try hammering it in a little bit. I have a hole drilled, but none of my bolts will fit, so we're going to drill both the hole here and the hole here to a 10mm, which should make the bolts that I have slide through. Then we're going to get ready to mount the cap back onto the spreader and the opening. We're going to get that ready to put back on. After we get that put back on, we will measure how high we need this to be, and I'll cut it then. That's when I'll cut it. So yeah, I still have a little bit more grinding to do because it's getting stuck. So we'll do that, and I'm going to drill my 10mm hole here and there and hope my drill doesn't break, because that would be a pain in the butt. Okay, so I ended up not making the hole bigger and just putting this nail that I had. I have a whole bunch of them. Worked perfectly, so I bent it around. Not going to come out. This thing cannot come up. And also, when I'm going to be taking it off in a year, I'll be able to just take my hammer and I'll be able to just pry it off and pull it out, rather than trying to unbolt something and unscrew it or something ridiculous like that. So I'm going to cut it off, maybe like right here, and then we're going to put the plate back on. I had to take it off because I couldn't get in the way back when I was trying to drill it. And then we're going to move to the next step, which is putting the plate back on here. I actually had two of them. So this is the original. This is what it looked like originally, the brand new part that I got. The problem is that this would not be able to go down very far, because if we look right here, this is the brand new one as well, there's a little ring right around the top. You see it right there. All the way around here. And that wouldn't let it tread down farther and flush with this. Focus, please, for camera. So it wouldn't let it flush down more than that. And that wouldn't work because I needed it to be tight with this and tight with the other side here. So what I did, if this camera will focus, thank you very much, is I cut that top bit off. I just sliced it. Not the perfect cut, as you can see, but it works. And now this can tread as far down as it needs to, theoretically. I think I tested it already. Yeah, it can go down farther. It's a little sticky. I probably have to oil it or something, but it's already gone down farther than this one can, because this one is not modified. So hopefully this will work. But this is a good time to show you. You can see the inside. Let's see if I have something pointy I can use. Here we go. You can see right here, this bit here. This is exactly the problem, which is why I'm going to use the old piece. It's just that little bit too small with this treading on the inside. So we're going to try to use the original. I sliced some of that down so we wouldn't have rust or anything, because it was getting the treads caught. So now that can tread down. That one should be good to go. I cleaned up the treads as much as I could without destroying them. And I really don't want to have to use this new bolt, I guess this part would be. The bolt, because that would mean drilling out the inside of this. And I can't do that, so I have to ask a friend to do that. And I've already asked him to do several things for this project. The taking off this base plate, not taking off that nut. I had to get him a little bit of help with the gearbox. Part of that was stiff. So, yeah, it's been interesting. Yeah, but it just goes to show, if you don't take off bolts or service things, they get very stiff and very hard to use. So, now we're going to cut that, like I said, and we're going to start putting everything back together and, yeah, getting it to look a little bit back to normal. The gearbox is starting to show some signs of need of replacement. You notice when we turn this, it's almost like compression of an engine. Pull steady force, and it gets stuck. So I'm thinking that it's starting to get worn out. These gearboxes tend to do that, but we did so much work to it already. I mean, we've taken everything apart. I'm not taking that off again. So next year, hopefully we'll get another year out of it. We'll get that gearbox replaced, probably, unless it's just low in oil, and I think it is anyway. So we'll have to fix that anyway. So we'll have to do that. Check the oil. Let's see. So what's left of the project? Cut the nail, which is our pin. No, it's going to be a pin from now on. Pin. Put the throwing plate back on. The last one there is just sitting there. Get these parts put back on here. Got our brand new. Get our old bolt and our modified washer put on here with the other plates, obviously. Put that all back together. Then we're going to put this back on the spreader. We're going to do some measurements. We'll take the red thing back off. I'll weld the spinner plate that I had to cut when I was taking it off in the last episode. That goes inside. You can watch the last episode if you didn't see how that worked. Like I said, we'll have to cut this plate wherever along here that it needs to be, so that it's not too tall. And then I think after that, we'll just put this back on, screw everything back together. Okay, so once again, the camera shut off for unknown reasons, which I'm kind of getting a little TO'd about. But, anyway, end of story. Got it on. I don't know where the video ended. I don't have time to check that now. I'll check that later. In case you missed, in case it cut out before, I think it did. I got the barrel on. It's on that right now. I reconnected this crappy little... focus. This crappy little thing for a minute just so I can test it. And look at how easily this works. Like, that is... I mean, that is... You can see exactly what I was talking about. It's exactly how it's supposed to work. And look at that. And focus in there. Look at that. Uh-oh. What happened? Okay, that was just my little... It was my temporary little pin I put in there. Okay, so... The whole reason for doing the overhaul worked, so I got that all fixed up. The new bearing is on. Now what we gotta do, if we come in here, is the bar down there. We have to measure for how high it's gonna be for our spinning platelet. And yeah. Then we get to cut it off. We'll take this whole red thing off again. We'll take it off, cut it, and then we'll, I think we're gonna have to weld on the top platelet to it again. Unless I take that off. Well, see, I might take that nail off, because if I take this nail off, out, this bar will come out, and after I weld on the spinning plate on the inside, come on, focus, please. Then I'll be able to come on and off. So that's it's starting to look back to normal. Yeah. We have these bars over here to go back on. In case you didn't see the first episode, this guy goes around like so, just to hold the barrel, and it connects on both sides. Now we gotta mark the inside, the little rod sticking up, so we know how high to cut it when we take the red thing off again. So we're gonna do that now, so let's just jump in and do it. Oh, good. Caramba, caramba. Eek. Uh-oh, it's bent. Let's see here. Oh, dear. It's done. Alright, now I can take this off again. I'm gonna... Okay. Back over here for temporarily. That's what that is. Now, it's a little bit wiggly, but you know what? It's not going to make much of a difference. It's not going to be a massive advantage or disadvantage. Let's see, where's the... I think that's gonna be... Oh. want it to be really level, and it's not going level because I'm a dingbat. I'm a dingbat. Oh my. That did not go the way I wanted it to. Bugger! I'm gonna have to cut him off and take him off properly and do it again! Oh my gosh.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new.
You and me, hey, it's what you need, hey. I got it now. I gotta know right now. I gotta know right now. You're not the one when it's said and done. It's okay, baby, nothing really lasts forever. But now let's run towards the sun. Think it'd be better if you don't let me go.
Not working very well. Alright guys, so that's the video. I hope you really did enjoy. If you learned something, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. But anyway, these videos take a lot of effort to make, so I really do appreciate it if you're able to hit that like button down below. It's completely free, it doesn't take a moment of your time, and really helps the channel, and it shows me that you're enjoying what I'm doing and you want to see more of it. Also, please feel free to hit that subscribe button down below, that way you see more of what I do. And it's also completely free and only takes literally 1 click and 1 second of your time. And yeah, by the way, there's also been some big announcements that I have. First off, I'd like to apologize for the delay in video uploading. I had some tragic news. My best dog died and I was completely grief-stricken about it. And I was completely incapable of doing anything, let alone editing a video, which is pretty much a hobby. Also, pretty much immediately after that, or actually during when that happened, we were in the middle of building a new shed, which I am in right now. There will be a video coming out, which is a little walk around to show you what we did. I didn't film any of that. I was just way over my head, so I didn't film that, but I will do a complete walk around, show what we did, and show you what's going to be happening, because there's a lot more content coming that's more machinery based, and it will be happening in the shed, so we'll do a walk around with that. The next thing is I have a brand new series coming out very shortly. It'll actually probably be the next video out on the channel. No guarantee, because as I said before, editing takes a long time, which is why hitting the like button really helped my channel and makes me want to do it. So we did a lot of work on a tractor, and if you follow my Instagram post, which will be the very, very top of the description, at waterfall_farm, and I think it's 143. I just changed it, so I have to memorize that still. But top of the description, Waterfall Farm. you'll notice that I posted something a while back about the tractor, something big happening. Well, that is something big happening. You'll have to subscribe if you want to see what that is, but we may have done a complete engine overhaul on it. So if you want to see that, hit the subscribe button down below. It's going to be a really, really interesting video. And I could be wrong, but I haven't seen anyone else do a video on a Ford 6810 before of a complete engine overhaul. So that would be probably the only one on YouTube. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Anyway, the spread is all back to normal. I wanted to get a video of it working so I could put it in the video, but the weather didn't cooperate. We got really busy, and I'm not going to be spreading manure anytime soon. So here's the video. I hope you really did enjoy, because yeah, it does take a lot of effort, but thank you so much. Stay tuned, and we'll catch y'all next time. Bye.
Why am I still here and waiting for us to happen? 'Cause you never wanted everything I loved about you. I probably imagined, 'cause we never.
To your best friend.
Hello, bestie. Do you know why we're best friends?
As everybody else sucks.
And because we are best friends, I will pick you up whenever you fall.
After I'm done laughing at you,
Hey, at least I'm being honest like a true friend.
I take a fucking bullet for you.
Well, not in my head. Probably in my leg or something. Look, what I'm trying to say is,
I hope we're friends until we die. I love you, you motherfucker.